This is going to be an amazing video. In one of the first Black Clover anime episodes, we saw 16 Wizard Kings and Queens, starting from the first Wizard King Lumiere Silvermillion and ending with Julius Nova Chrono. One of them could even be Aesir Silver. To find out more about her, you have to watch until the end as she's the last character shown. These designs can't be filler and must be legit, and I will explain why in a moment. We recorded this scene in high quality, took screenshots of every single frame, started editing all the images, putting the individual frames together like puzzles, then using various editing settings to make the lines more visible until we had a good construct. We traced the lines, added details and filtered the color. And after we had the basic art, my research with Black Clover references gave the design the final detail. Hereby I'm able to introduce you to 14 new Wizard Kings and Queens in detail, as never seen before, here on Unami. The reason these Wizard Kings and Queens cannot be fillers is because before a studio can design such important characters as the previous Wizard Kings and Queens, Yuki Tabata must always agree first or make the designs himself, because such important characters could easily affect the manga, so an animation studio always has to make sure that they don't ruin the plot. The best example is when the anime featured Magna and Zora in their time skip design, even before the design was revealed in the manga. Without further ado, let's start with the first Wizard Queen. Why we assume she's the first Wizard Queen is because she's the one shown right after Lumiere and she's obviously a woman. There isn't much more to be said about her, she doesn't seem to have any essential details. However, the next one is very interesting as she's clearly a witch. A witch who is a wizard queen is very significant because, as we know, the witch queen is the mother of all witches and maybe even 500 years old, as there are indications that she might even lived in the time before the elf massacre, which means that this wizard queen, who is also a witch, definitely comes from the witch forest and therefore also know the witch queen. Usually a witch is not allowed to leave the witch forest, so if someone as powerful as the wizard queen witch has left the witch forest, it probably has a very important reason. We recognize a pink grimoire which is the same color as Vanessa's grimoire. Perhaps the Wizard Queen Witch was the first to use threat magic and the reason the Witch Queen found out about this magic. Maybe because of her the Witch Queen got scared of this power and years later she locked Vanessa up in order to gain this power for herself. By the way, you have literally surpassed your limits again. Yesterday I thanked you for 11,000 subscribers and today we already have 400 more. Thank you for all the support, you're all amazing. This is so crazy. I'm just speechless, for real. Let's continue. The next one is even more interesting. We see an old wizard with grey hair. The first that comes to mind is Druid, the keeper of the Grimoire Tower and the person who performs the Grimoire ceremony every year. He is also very old, has grey long hair with a beard and seems to have played an important role in the past. He literally knew something about Asa's 5-leaf clover Grimoire and may even be the one who hid it. He's definitely a big mystery. But there's a second option that makes even more sense as to who that person might be. That person could be actually Merlin. Everyone knows Merlin. He is probably the most famous wizard in the world, not only among historical figures but also in literature. In fact, I would say that almost every show that has a theme of magic and wizards has a character who represents Merlin in some way. Often Merlin is not even important but part of every magical world, such as in Harry Potter. Often Merlin is just part of the past. For Black Clover is so heavily inspired by history, mythology, literature and magic, it is very likely that at some point a very powerful wizard named Merlin existed. And if we just look at the design, old with long white hair and beard, green robe, it is the prime example of Merlin the wizard. And the next one looks a bit like Julius Nova Chrono merged with Nacht. There's one rule in anime and manga: don't trust characters who smile like that with their eyes closed. No, for real, who can that person be? He has a very long robe and looks a bit like a priest, maybe a magician who works closely with churches. Some people say that Julius Nova Chrono can travel through time and could even be one of the previous Wizard Kings. If that's true, I'm putting my money on this character here. The next picture shows a Wizard Queen again. There's not much to say about her other than we see her wearing the same clothes as the Golden Dawn, but we do know the Golden Dawn didn't exist before William founded the squad. Hence, these clothes most likely belong to the royal family of the Clover Kingdom, as Lumiere Silvermillion wore the same royal clothes. The next one I wasn't really sure if it was a woman or a man, but we are sure we recognize the colors of the Vermilion family, although the color of the pants and the shirt should be the other way around. It is still very recognizable as the Vermilion family's colors scheme. Of course, clothes can change over time, but what always stays the same is the color combination. We can see a red spellbook indicating fire magic, a red robe like that of the Vermilion family. So this could be a wizard king or queen from the Vermilion house. The next one is obviously part of the Green Mantis squad, if the Green Mantis squad existed at the time. He actually looks a little bit like Peter Pan or Robin Hood. There really isn't much to be said about this character. We see a huge person who is definitely above the normal average height of a human. This guy is so tall that he even has to bow a little to fit the screen. His hands and arms are huge. Still, he's too small to assume that he can be a giant. We know Tabata loves to introduce different races. The giant race is well known in Greek and Norse mythology, both of which are one of the greatest inspirations for Black Clover. We also know that two races can be combined into a hybrid, so in theory it should be possible that this person is a human giant hybrid. This would add another great new aspect to the world of Black Clover. I would love to see giants, and this guy is definitely the first clue that the giant race might actually exist. The next one looks like Yuno with red hair. It is evident that he is wearing the Crimson Lion Magic Knight robe and has red hair that suggests some kind of fire magic. The interesting thing here is that he also wears the royal clothes. Next, very interesting again, we see a little girl with a red hood. It reminds me a bit of the Little Red Riding Hood fairy tale that was already used as a reference for one of the color pages in Black Clover. There we saw Charmy with the red hood. This wizard queen is also quite small and literally looks like a child. What's even more interesting is that we don't even see her grimoire. So if we didn't know she was the wizard queen, we wouldn't even assume that she was over 15. For those who believe that Julius Novachrono can travel through time and perhaps was one of the previous wizard kings or queens in which he used his transformation magic, here's another very good example of who Julius Novachrono could actually be if he really was one of the previous wizard kings or queens. We know Julius Novachrono can transform into this old lady who wears a similar hood. The hairstyle and size go perfectly with this wizard queen. We don't even see her grimoire. Will definitely be a big plot twist. And about the next one, I really don't have much to say. You can tell right away. Orange hair, big up eyes, badass, red robe. This is without a doubt the Vermilion, very similar to Maria Leona Vermilion. Next up is Sato Kaiba. No, but this guy really looks like this dude from Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if there's a reason they didn't show his face, but at least we can see his back. The next one again is very interesting. First of all, the hairstyle is terrible. It kind of reminds me of these Christian monks with the difference that he's not bald. What is really important is the stone that is contained in his magic robe. It could be a magic stone that he uses to increase his magic abilities, but then it could have side effects because humans are usually not able to use the magic stones without being influenced by evil forces from the underworld. This is because magic stones itself are linked to the underworld. It is said that only elves and those with crazy amount of magic and mana control can use the magic stones without being in danger. So if this is a magic stone, that person must be extremely blessed by mana, or else something bad has happened to him. The second possibility is that this can be a stone from the Diamond Kingdom that is used either to enhance magic power or to control people. I doubt Morris was alive by that time. We also don't know whether Morris was the first one to invent the stones of the Diamond Kingdom. Perhaps the stones of the Diamond Kingdom are just long developed knowledge that has been passed on to the next generation of scientists. So this could also be related to the Diamond Kingdom. And before we get to the last wizard queen, a big shout out to the artist Joy Art who helped me reconstructing the wizard kings and queens. All the credits goes to her. Definitely check out her Instagram where she posts amazing arts. I have included her social media links in the comments. Go follow her, it's worth it. And now for the grand final. The last one in my opinion is a wizard queen from the Silver family. And I know that many believe that Aesir Silva was actually the wizard queen before Julius became the wizard king. This doesn't quite fit together as Aesir Silva died many years before Julius was made the wizard king. So if this is to be Aesir Silva in her early character design, then this is only possible if there was another wizard king or queen after her. But I'm sure that this could actually be really someone from the house Silva, regardless of whether this is Aesir or not. And of course, for those who believe Julius Novachrono could be one of the previous wizard kings and queens, how about we just say that he's all of them, the supreme leader? No, but for real, do you believe Julius can actually travel through time and could be one of the previous wizard kings or queens? I mean, theoretically it sounds possible. He could be something like a phoenix, you know, dying and being reborn due to time magic. Let me know in the comments. And these were the 14 new wizard kings and queens. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas about the shown Wizard Kings and Queens. This is a wide topic, so be sure to spam the comment section with all your ideas and theories. If you like this video, it would be amazing if you could smash the like button and share this video with your friends. If you want more Black Clover content, you can subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on. Otherwise, YouTube will not notify you when we upload a new video. And if you are already subscribed, check if your notification bell is turned on. Very important, thank you. Definitely check out yesterday's review, one of our predictions happened to be true. Check our manga playlist and our True Evil playlist. Thank you for watching and see you next time here on Unami. Bye.